What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Powerhouse Mentality podcast, as well as another episode of the YouTube channel, as well as another episode or another live training for the Facebook group, because I love you guys and I want you to be a part of everything that we're doing. But the reason why we're here tonight is the theme we're going to focus on is how to stay strong, enjoy the holidays, and honor your commitments. And we spoke about this a couple weeks ago. And the reason why I want to bring it up again is because today I want to give you 5 action steps or 5 different tools that you can utilize to thrive during the holidays. Because last time I spoke about this in the holiday survival guide, I really just kind of touched on the mindset towards it. And yes, I did include some action steps and some application that you could use, but I really wanted to break it down even further for you guys. And now that we're recording this on December 9th, I think that it is the perfect time for you to have something in your hands and something in your ears that you can use that can help you feel more confident mentally going into the holidays, because I know that the holidays can be a really difficult time for a lot of people. There's stress from just seeing family members. A lot of times, we have some trauma that could be brought back up during the holidays. I know a ton of people, including myself, who do struggle with that. But there's also just the financial burdens that some of us struggle with. And a lot of the times it comes down to overthinking. And at the end of the day, no matter what goes on during the holidays, one of the biggest things that I want you all to remember is that this time of year is meant to be spent and celebrated with the people that we love. So focus on what the holiday season is truly about instead of all the stressors that potentially come from this. Now, like I said, the holidays are a season of joy, but they can also come with a challenge, especially when it comes to your discipline and your focus, when it comes to your goals. And today I want to break down how you can remain mentally tough and stay true to your goals, enjoy the holiday season guilt-free, and keep the commitments that you've made to yourself throughout the entire time. But before we begin, I do want to allude that progress over perfection always. Don't try to be perfect. Don't try to wait for the perfect time to start anything. Just fucking go. Just take messy action, learn along the way, and that's the only way for you to get better. Most people will never, ever, ever move, and they stay stuck because they're unwilling to take action because they think that it has to be perfect, and they think they have to wait for this perfect time. But the perfect time doesn't exist. So it's December 9th, and a lot of people would think, oh, I should wait until the new year because that'll be a more ideal time for me to start. No, start now. Do not put it off any further. And in this podcast, training, video, I'm going to show you exactly how in 5 action steps you can use the holidays to actually help you, not with your fitness and health goals, but also with your mindset, mental toughness goals that I know all of you have. So number 1 is more of a fitness and nutrition tip. But again, health is wealth, and health is literally the foundation for everything. So number 1, use the holiday season to get strong and to boost your metabolism. The holiday season might not be the ideal time for you to cut. Like, it might not be the ideal time for you to go on a diet. Let's be real. Because you're probably not going to be super successful or super consistent. So why don't you use the additional calories that you might be consuming throughout the holidays to actually help you roll into 2025 or roll into the new year with a lot of momentum and with a stronger metabolism? Now, I've been coaching people in this industry for over 10 years. And most people who have a health or a fitness goal, it's centered around weight loss. But almost 80% of our country is considered overweight. So there is some sort of a disconnect here. But where is it, right? So being overweight isn't the fire, right? It's the smoke. It's what we see. But the real problem, or the fire, is not having enough muscle on our frame. The problem is that you're so consumed with putting out the smoke or losing weight, but you're missing the fire. So you're never going to be able to fix the problem because you're focused on losing weight instead of getting stronger and building muscle, which is the true secret to fat loss. I say it all the time. The true secret to fat loss, and I say secret with quotation marks around it because there is no secret, right? But the secret is not doing more cardio, is not doing another crash diet. It's putting on and building good quality muscle tissue. Building muscle literally teaches your body to burn more calories on its own. It gives you more strength and resiliency, so you're less likely to get injured or sick, and it improves insulin sensitivity, or it allows your body to use carbohydrates more effectively as energy instead of storing it as fat. So if we're building muscle during the holiday seasons and we are eating maybe a couple more cookies than we typically would, those carbs from the cookies could be utilized towards building muscle if we manage them into our calories for the day. And I'll get to that later. So, how do you build muscle? Well, weight training obviously is one piece of the puzzle. You cannot build muscle unless you give your muscles a reason to grow through stimulus, which is resistance training, weight training, lifting weights, anything like that. But most people really, really miss on the second piece, and arguably one of the most important pieces of the puzzle, which is fueling your body to actually build muscle tissue. Your body can't create tissue from nothing. You need to provide your body with the appropriate amount of protein, carbs, and fats to build muscle and to build your metabolism. Most people, we focus on protein, right? 1 gram per pound of your goal body weight in protein is what you should be aiming for to hit every single day. And it is important too to note that protein is different from carbs and fats in the sense that your body can store carbs and fats, but it cannot store protein. So if you fuck up and miss multiple days of not having enough protein, and then you go all in one day and have a ridiculous amount of protein, it doesn't balance it out. You have to be consistent and hit your protein goal every single day if you want the results that you're after, right? It doesn't have to be perfect though, all right? If you miss one day, it doesn't mean that your whole life is over. It means that you just need to get back on it. You just need to hit within 5 grams of your fucking goal. And honestly, it's much easier than you're making it out to be. It really just takes consistency, and the more that you do it, the easier that it becomes, because it becomes a habit at that point. Now, you need to provide your body with the appropriate amount, right? So you don't want to over consume and eat like an asshole just for the sake of it. But this will ultimately make fat loss so much easier and much more sustainable. And most people, they restrict their calories and they do endless amounts of cardio, which ultimately is a recipe for fat loss failure, because you will not be able to sustain it and you're going to just destroy your metabolism along the way, because it'll adapt to the low amount of calories that you're feeding it, and it will adapt to all of the cardio that you're doing, so you will no longer burn as many calories. Now, like I said, the holidays are the perfect time for you to start a reverse diet, which entails you slowly adding more calories with the intent to build muscle and increase your metabolism. Because like I said, guys, it is no secret that the holidays come with a little bit of extra temptation, some more indulgences, and a little bit of extra calories. So why not utilize them as fuel for training and fuel for building your body into what you want it to be? But again, that does not give you permission to eat like an asshole. You still need to manage your nutrition and be patient with the process. But it does allow for a little bit more flexibility. And if you're interested in learning a little bit more about reverse dieting and you need help kind of starting that reverse diet, 2 things. 1, I am accepting clients right now. Number 2, there is a podcast episode that I will have in the PDF that I'm going to give you guys at the end of this. All the podcast episodes that go with each topic are linked in that PDF, and that way you can learn a little bit more about a reverse diet and learn how to utilize it for you and your goals. But let's get into number 2, which is defining your daily non-negotiables. So it's no surprise that the days between Thanksgiving and New Year's are a little bit more full and more stressful than other times during the year. But you know it's coming, so it's up to you to shift your expectations with the season and set realistic daily commitments to yourself that you never break no matter what is going on, okay? So these daily non-negotiables or daily commitments, however you want to look at it, these are your foundation. So without a strong, solid foundation, your house will crumble. You can't build on a shaky foundation. Well, you can, but eventually it will crumble and you'll fall apart. So don't overthink this one, because a lot of people will start to overthink this one. Keep it really fucking simple and stick to the basics that deliver results every single time. So what I want you to do with this one is write down 3 to 5 tasks that you can commit to and complete every day, regardless of how you feel and regardless to what's going on throughout your day. So this is going to take a little bit of planning for some people, or it might take a little bit of, shit, I really have to do this even though I want to go to bed, but I made a commitment to myself. Sometimes you just need to keep that commitment. So some examples would be hitting your daily protein goal, drinking a gallon of water, getting in 30 minutes of intentional movement, walking 10,000 steps a day, tracking your nutrition no matter how ugly it looks, take your foundational supplements like reds, greens, multivitamin. And the point is to keep your good habits consistent when most people let them fall to the back burner. And this will keep you really, really dialed in throughout the holidays, but still allow you to do other things that may not be conducive to your goals, right? Because it's consistency that matters. Now, number 3, this one's more focused on the actual holiday, or if you're going to like a Christmas party or you're going out with friends to celebrate something, okay? You can utilize this during the holidays, but you can also utilize it during birthdays or family celebrations, right? And that is holiday meals, all right? Build your holiday meals like an athlete. I want you to think of yourself as a powerhouse mentality athlete, because you're mentally tough and you have a strong mindset and you got to act like it. Now, these holiday meals, they're going to come no matter what, right? There's no avoiding it. And remember, we are not in the pursuit of restriction. We are not in the pursuit of misery. We are in the pursuit to become the best version of yourselves physically and mentally. And if you don't have the discipline to be able to enjoy a holiday meal without losing control, that's a problem. So you have to approach your holiday meal with the mindset of an athlete, with focus, mindfulness, and intent. So focus on being mindful instead of restricting. A mindset of restriction typically will lead to binging. And I'm sure that a lot of people who are listening or watching this have probably experienced that, where you restrict, and then you just get a taste and you can't stop. A lot of people during the Christmas season, that happens to them with Little Debbie's Christmas tree cakes. You have absolutely no idea how many people tell me that. It's unbelievable. Don't bring them into the house if they cause problems. When will you learn? But go into this meal with a plan and stay committed to those daily non-negotiables that we spoke about before leading up into that holiday meal, because then you'll go into the holiday meal with more focus and intent and you'll feel really good about where you're at. Now, fill your plate with proteins and veggies first, then add your favorite treats in moderation. If you eat the protein and veggies first, you're less likely to overindulge and eat like a complete asshole to the point of feeling sick, because those things are more filling. But even if you completely eat everything because you just said, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to eat until I feel like I'm going to die, at least you got your protein and your veggies in, and we win. But again, it's one day. So no matter what, it is one meal. One meal won't erase all of your progress unless you actually let it. Right? Because when one day turns to 2, turns to 3, turns to 4, turns into a week, into a month, that's when it's a problem, but that's up to you. So focus on eating slowly and mindfully to fully enjoy the experience, because then you'll actually enjoy it instead of just eating for the sake of eating. All right, number 4, win the morning, win the day. Now let's talk about this, because morning routines are trending on social media and they have been trending for quite some time. And I need to address them because some of them are bullshit. But first, cleanse my palate. So it's impossible to scroll through social media right now without seeing some sort of a guru talking all about their 50-step morning routine that makes them successful. And they wouldn't be successful without this 50-step morning routine. You know, and this is not what we're talking about. That's not what I'm referring to when I say win the morning, win the day. Morning routines are great, but if you're focused so much on the routine that you can't function without the routine, then what's the point of the routine? It's not doing anything for you, right? If you're forcing yourself to meditate, cold plunge, or do some weird ass ritual just because some random influencer on social media told you that it's their secret to success, please stop doing that and actually work on the things that are going to take you to where you want to go. If you're putting off working because you're doing this morning routine, working is going to be the thing that takes you to your goals, depending on what your goals are, right? So then why are you doing this morning routine that's just delaying your ability to work? A lot of people use the morning routine as a way or an excuse to not start doing work. Now, morning routines are meant to set the tone for the day, but they are not meant to waste your time or drain you. They are meant to help you win early so you can take that momentum and win often throughout the rest of the day. So the way that I want you to look at winning the morning is I want you to do something difficult in the morning that can help you start the day with a win. Now, that could be as simple as making your fucking bed, right? That's a win. You made your bed. Win. Cool. We're starting the day off with a win. That could be I went on a walk as soon as I got up. Cool. We got some movement in. Win. Win. High protein breakfast. Win. You had some protein coffee. Cool. There's fucking protein in it. Win. So your morning routine or your morning rituals, whatever you want to call them, are going to look different from somebody else's routine because you have different goals and you are different people. So never base what you're doing based on somebody else. Stay true to you and your goals. So starting each day with an action that aligns with your goals, whether it's a workout, journaling, or a high protein breakfast, are super simple ways to get this going. But why does it actually matter? Because starting your day with intention sets the tone for success no matter what the rest of the day holds. Now, if it's a holiday or it's during the holidays, you can actually use your morning to kickstart your daily non-negotiables. So then you can win at your daily non-negotiables and you can win your morning, and then you feel really good about your day. Now, that is number 4. We have one more, number 5, which is seek discomfort every single day. Now, one of the Powerhouse Mentality core values is seek intentional discomfort. And that commitment doesn't stop during the holidays. It never stops. No matter what's going on, you seek intentional discomfort. That is the point of it. And doing one thing every single day to get you outside of your comfort zone is a small task that will have huge, huge repercussions. Because growth is only found outside of the comfort zone. And consistency is what drives results. So you can't have one of these without the other. You can't get uncomfortable like randomly, once a year, once a month. You have to do it consistently. So you can't put a pause on seeking discomfort just because it's the holidays. Those expectations might change. The things that you do to seek discomfort might change depending on the day. But if you put a pause on seeking discomfort, that's how you're going to lose the skill of discipline. Discipline is actually a skill. It's not something you're born with. It's not something that you acquire and you keep for the rest of your life. It's something that you must continue to work on. It's a skill that requires constant attention and practice to maintain it and grow it. So you lose what you don't use. So if you're not seeking intentional discomfort or not doing something that gets you outside of your comfort zone every single day, then you're going to lose the discipline skill. And it's going to be something that you can build back, but why build it back when you can keep it? So again, as with everything, don't overthink this. Do something that you've been putting off. Have a conversation with a stranger, do a cold plunge, a cold shower, whatever's trending. Do a workout that you typically never would do. Run a mile or run more than you typically would. Walk further than you typically would. Listen to a podcast instead of watching Netflix. Just do something, right? It doesn't matter how small that thing may seem. The concept of discomfort always, always produces growth. All right, so that's all 5. However, in typical Powerhouse Mentality fashion, I always like to put a bonus. And because I usually have 6 things that go with things, but 6 tips just doesn't feel as good as 5 does. So we throw 6 in there. And there's nothing I love more than providing more value to my Powerhouse family. So whenever there's an opportunity to give a bonus tip, I'm all in for it. Now, this bonus tip really rounds everything out and helps you stay focused. And this one is super, super simple to apply. And that is reflect, reset, and repeat. So at the end of each day, I want you to take 5 minutes to reflect on the day that you had. Did you keep your commitments? What could you improve on tomorrow? But I also want you to use this time to think of one thing that you're grateful for, or what was the best part of your day? Because reflection allows you to build self-awareness to ensure you're continuing on the right path and ensure that you're enjoying the little things in life that maybe you might skim over typically. That makes your life experience so much better and helps add to your happiness and fulfillment. And remember, just like I said at the beginning, progress isn't about perfection. It's about showing up and recalibrating or adjusting as needed. So that is all 5 plus 1 tips or action items that you guys can use this holiday season to stay focused, enjoy the holidays, and stay committed to your goals and keep your mental toughness in check. Now, I do have a PDF that goes along with this. It's an ebook, so I will include it for anybody who wants it. I will put that link down below for you guys to get it so that you can have something a hard copy on your computer of something that will actually help you be able to remember these things that you can use throughout the holiday season. And if you ever need anything at all, or if you want to get some fuel and gear for your mental toughness, you know where to find me. The Powerhouse Mentality here on the Facebook community, as well as Instagram. Caitlin Kenna Fitness on Instagram. We got YouTube channel. We got everything going on. We got a lot of big things planned for 2025, so make sure that you're in for it. But guys, other than that, go out and do one thing that's going to take you one step closer to where you want to be.